Oh, no, aren't I just a scowly fucking bitch face from heaven? Absolutely. So I was telling my cousin Dave the day that my grandpa started feeling sick and had a stroke. Like, basically the morning after that I went home. Made him go home. We're at the observatory out past College Heights. And some fucking guy's like, I'm nasty, you gotta marry me, Amber. And he starts bibble babbling like a fucking retard, that wants to be a psychopath. But how he's addicted to porn and he's like some kind, well, he's obviously a fat ass. Gross. I will never be with a fat ass. Blah, 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 blah. Just like totally not in my favor. Harassing my grandpa that he wants to marry his granddaughter. I was like, you're a fucking freak. And I was married to Owen at the time too. But that didn't even dub me like not thinking about it. I thought about it. I really thought about it when he said he's addicted to porn. Most people just watch sex videos from like marriages that failed. And it's just sex, it's not porn. Like they're not ripping each other open. They're not pulling on the titties or whatever, right? Not children. And he was saying it too, how it's porn. Like, no, like he's being pretty adamant that he's pretty sweet shit. Like he watches little kids fucking each other and adults fucking little kids and all this shit. Well, I sued him and the cops showed up because it went through, and they're bitching at me about something about not having a Canadian flag on the front fucking. And I was like, thank you, but can you shut the fuck up? Do you realize that my grandpa was having a stroke? This guy's attacking me, probably noticing the signs and symptoms. That old man is now falling down. He was being a fucking predator by like every means. I was like I know you know this, but you know how much like how bad it feels. So anyway, we had a big Canadian flag, but like we had a little Canadian flag on the door. We had a Canadian flag on the fucking laundry reel. It was pretty awesome. Thank you for doing that, because what a fucking creep. Like Aaron does, he goes like this. He has his phone. It's marriage, sex videos. Yeah, he does. He sleeps like this. He's like partly awake. That's fine because he wanted me to see what the fuck he was looking at. Because I was like, would you guys like get excited about my kid or something? Because they don't explain themselves all too well either sometimes. Neither do I. I sound like I want to marry one of the kids I babysat. No, probably not. Like, I don't see how that would happen. I would have to, like, flop part of my half my brain into the other one to do that. Because, like, that would ruin the military, too. All the fucking training I did, they would forget about it because they'd be spoiled rotten. I do. No, I don't want to. I just love them so much. I miss them. I know they're not little kids anymore, but aw. So anyway, really upsetting. Thinking about my grandpa's like last day as a fucking human. We did some review that day. You have to do review every second day. He was a professor for Space Academy. And we're getting old now, and these are the kids that cause nothing but shit all these fucking years. Some of them were good, but they caused shit in all these fucking years. Wrecking things so we couldn't even space launch. Stuff like that, eh? Because mommy and daddy are getting divorced, so they smash the wing, which is just like this thing on a spaceship. Because mommy and daddy are getting a divorce. Like, oh my god. You should be happy they're getting a divorce. What are they gonna do to you if you stay together? That's fucking miserable. But yeah. Oh, now she being dead. They showed up again. Maybe you should, yeah. We lowered the flags down. It was happy. It was happy. I've been twisting it, and I know it's because I never thinking about something that was really important to me, like my grandpa's last day, fully cognitive and stuff. He's still alive, but yeah, it was an awful day. Some fucking prick was fiending on everybody, but I love sex too, Aaron. I just can't have it because I'm so tall. The only time I remember sex was 2 years before Owen went on his military trip. And that's when, and I went with him, but it was so devastating that I woke up from like a 2 minute nap. He woke me up. I wasn't supposed to be sleeping because I had blood bruises all over me. But we had sex and then detox because you can do that. You can have sex once. We didn't have a baby though because I was 18. I'm not saying you can't. And it's just all the variables. This trip is coming up. Blah, blah, blah. I lost so much family, that shit.
Stop running on the treadmill every.
Treadmill bulks you a lot. You can lose weight on it. Starve yourself for 2 days before, and the day that you're on it, and the day after. You won't be able to really gain the weight back. That's the thing. That's scary, especially for females. Men just get their stomach stretched out in a surgery, and then it happens for them. Women, you can't even stretch their stomach out like that surgically. They have to get pregnant. Sometimes it can be bad to be pregnant with your stomach like that. I think my dog wants him. It's a pretty sad time, don't you think? Germany, since the Cold War, they've always done good. They never wanted to fight. Had prime minister, president to them, kind of like Justin Trudeau. His name was Hitler. Adolf Hitler. It's pretty fucking sad. Oh my god, and my ass. What the hell? I slept all crunched up with the books on the couch. Ow. Ow. You a big bruise.
I'm glad to be done with that. Yeah.
Kind of sucks. It kind of does. I think Owen was actually the one for me, and I'll never find a boyfriend. I'm only 30. But my friends are pretty awesome. Yeah, they are. What is it? What's bothering me? Owen's not here. We would have just done the fucking dishes. It's just I'm worried we're gonna get kicked out. I'm wondering why nobody's fixing the fucking bathroom tap. Well, it's probably just O-rings, but maybe it's not O-rings. Maybe it's the whole tube. Maybe they gotta pull it out, cut and fix the tube or something. I don't know, but he's gonna come in there. He's gonna be like, "You guys are three of you, and not one of you is doing enough dishes to make an impact." Oh, it's true. What do you think landlords are? Well, not a lord, but they surely are somebody that worked hard to make a lot of money. You don't have respect for people that don't do their shit. You gotta wash my fucking walls. What the fuck? Like my last landlord literally tried to kick me out for fucking everything. Nothing I did. Nothing I did that was wrong. And we get a nice one. He leaves the fucking tap running cold so I can't take a fucking bath. Like, how is that polite? He's obviously just a fucking coot. I'm Narasa. I'm actually Narasa. Well, I was actually Narasa too. He was one of the top students in the past fucking 20, 30 years. 10 years ago. He was like top in the top 3 students. We had fun. We always made the volcanoes for his nieces and nephews. Painting them all sweet. Like volcanoes over layers. And then you cut the layers of the filiform. And it shows like the inside. Yeah. I like went in there and I'm like, I want a drug test on my grandpa, not saying he did it. I just want this. Because if I don't, then he's not here to protect me and I'm not protecting myself, then who the hell's going to? Like, oh, no drugs. We already did that one. Just wondering why exactly a great man would fall so fast. And I told him all about his daily habits and everything, and that's the reason why he's alive today and can make phone calls to us from the old folks' home. Because I just filled him in about everything, about how he wanted to run, but he just fucking couldn't. And he always said it felt like you could saw the bone off his, like extra bone growing off his foot. And he said it was part trauma because of seeing that in soldiers so many times. And the pain that was literally there. All this kind of stuff. I talked about my grandma too, and they're like, yeah, she's gonna have to fade because I know she's little, but she could be dangerous. I'm talking to my cousin Dave about him, and he's like, yeah, I used to call him old grumpy. Same with my grandpa Shepherd. They kind of had to let him just suddenly die. They wanted to do a heart surgery, but they realized if he came awake and it pinched, like he moved too much on the surgery, which he probably would have. Just think how many times you get surgery, you just get sick of getting surgery. So they just let him die of heartbreak. But they could have like got him dating like a younger woman or something, but he probably would have killed her or something with the lead poisoning and shit. And like, I got lead poisoning too. That's why I'm such a fucking quack some days and lying to you, thinking it's funny and trying to make it obvious I'm lying to you, but I'm still lying to you. Yeah, I was an astronaut my entire life too. I'm fucking crazy. My hygiene isn't the greatest, but I did my best to protect my kid. She does ask, "Where's mom?" a lot. Is mom coming over? She's nice to me. It makes it easier to remain nice. I'm 30. Like, 40 more fucking years, I'd be so fucking lucky to be here and still know who you are, honestly. Yeah. My fucking hand and my foot was completely blue after one of the later trips after Owen got announced to be dying. Like, they get it out, but they don't ever get it out. How are you supposed to get that out? 100%. Well, that's what I chose. My 3 other siblings did not. Logan likes to buy guns and clean them and fix them up. And Kobe hunts with me and some other military to catch terrorists in the woods. My sister, she always wanted to be just like me and do everything that I do. And she couldn't because she'd just burn up in the sun. She's got the energy, she's got like the posture and the poise and everything. She lives frustrated. So her kids know that and they always sit really close with her. They're always hugging on her and stuff. My Uncle Doug is the same kind of person that I am. He lives in Alberta. My cousins, some of them, they went to boot camp. Well, 3 of them, Gavin, Miranda, and Claire. They went to boot camp and they just fucking failed everything. They're just really nerdy and like lanky, and they couldn't like various things. I just wanted to try to say like I would have died too for this country. Mostly for me because like the lead poisoning makes you want to walk all over you, and they're like, "Oh no, that like I'd walk over people too if they went in Denver." I'm like, yeah, but yeah, at least they tried. Yeah, exactly. Everybody tried, I think. Except for Rebecca, she didn't even go. She signed a waiver that she's not going because her ankles are fucked because she was so obese her entire life. She lost weight. They put couple of gym pieces, equipment in the basement. She worked out hard. I cracked her hip back into place for her. All this stuff, but she got fucking osteoporosis. She never drank milk, not any kind of milk either. Well, her tongue was fucked, and she's an artist. She just like munched on candy and drew tattoos, and she's pretty famous actually. That's the way Claire is too, and Miranda and Gavin. I call them the drug dealers, even though they don't even sell drugs.
me, working.
They're addicted to sex and everything too, and they never get laid and all this shit. You can't get laid by most people. That's probably why they don't bother. Well, Peter says